Alright. Hey YouTube. In this video I will be showing you a new spy technique that I don't see a lot of other spies using. The loadout is the Letranger with the Your Eternal Reward and the Dead Ringer. And the Sapper doesn't matter too much. So basically this new way of playing spy that I don't see other spies doing is really using the disguise kit to its fullest potential. And by that I mean actually tricking your enemies into thinking that they can trust you. You'll see most spies, they just sit in a corner and get a stab when the enemy's not looking the right direction. And this works, there's nothing wrong with playing spy like this, but it's a lot riskier in my opinion because the enemy could just turn around at any moment and instantly know that you are a spy. But when you play spy like this, you actually, when you do get your opportunity, it's usually extremely safe because there's no risk, or there's much less of a risk that they will suspect anything from you. So to pick, and what's also really important is acting with this technique and picking a disguise that you think is going to match the situation. So in this case, I'm just going to disguise as Demo because I think that they might not be too, well, based on where I'm standing, they're not going to be too suspicious of me. So obviously right now this is not where you want to stand. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back up into the enemy and I'm going to pretend like I'm fighting. And I'm just going to do this and be aware of my surroundings. But I'm just going to pretend that I'm doing what a Demo would be doing. And when you're doing this, just think about what the enemy would do, and you just get a stab, and now I'm acting like this. I'm the heavy now, and no one even knows what's happening. Oh. Looks like someone caught onto my stab there, but that lasted for much longer than it should have, that's for sure. And obviously when you're found out, or when you know you're found out, if you're not instantly killed, you should pop your Dead Ringer and try to get away, but I thought I was safe there. So I'm going to do the same thing, and the biggest thing when you're acting as spy and using your disguise kit is to try to back up, because when your enemy won't suspect you if you're facing the right direction. See, that heavy had no idea. The medics told me to do it, but now I can run away. And I'm gonna try to assimilate basically with these enemies here. I'm probably gonna die here, but we'll see what happens if they trust me. I'm gonna walk up, pretend to be this heavy, you know, no one's noticing anything. This medic doesn't trust me. Yeah, that will happen with this loadout. Unfortunately, I didn't have a good disguise to really get in there, but this is unedited footage. I've done this like a dozen times now, and it works very well if you have the patience. This is a much more patient way of playing spy, because you can just keep killing people, and they will not ever not suspect you. Even pyros will. You'll be surprised how often they don't spy check you if they think they can trust you. And obviously you still go for normal stabs when you see them. Like, it's not like you don't stab people, you still, if you see the opportunity, you're just gonna just do it. Oh, that Demo is so in the way. And it's also a good idea, I just killed that Demo. Sometimes it's a good idea to disguise as the person you just killed. Even if it's not with your knife. Ooh, soldier. Even if it's not with your knife, you can still get a lot of kills by just blending in. Okay, so I'm the medic now. I'm gonna pretend like I'm a medic. Alright, pyro, here we go. I kind of just baited that medic. You can do that a lot too when you're doing this. Is a lot of time, if you're acting well enough, and people trust you, you can bait the enemies into your own teammates and get them killed without actually doing it yourself. And that's like my favorite thing to do when doing this, is to, you know, lure a medic into a sentry or something when they think it's okay. And Pyro now, playing Spy normally. You can see I was just standing. I'm standing here and I'm fine. No one suspects anything. I shouldn't have said anything. But that's the idea, though, is that you're putting yourself in a really good position to get stabs without actually the enemy thinking anything of it. So I'm gonna try to get back into a good position. And a good idea to get enemies to trust you is to walk in front of them. So like this sniper, he sees me, the scout, okay. That medic saw me stab him, so I'm gonna just run away. He's tunnel visioned onto me. Ooh. See, that you can bait those kind of, when players do that, you can bait them to get killed if they chase you. But pretty good. So I have a scout disguise right now. This isn't ideal usually because it's pretty obvious if you're a spy when you're a scout. So I'm just going to try to get a cheesy kill. I'm not doing a good job acting right now. So what I can do now is I'm a scout. I'm gonna run out, back up into him. Okay. I'm thumping a lot of people right now. I'm running. Okay. Seems like they're not doing a good job of killing me right now. Let's see if I get any free kills on heavy. Normal. Okay, I'm acting, backing up into them. Get a medic. Got the medic. But that's just an example of stuff that you can get away with that you probably wouldn't have normally gotten away with if you were playing Spy more traditionally. And it's really the chain stabs. It's really your eternal reward that enables this playstyle, because without it, you would, you know, it takes too long for you to redisguise, and it's too obvious. But if someone's not looking at someone for a second, and you can just completely take their place and keep acting like nothing happened. And it's more believable than you might think, or it works better than you might think. So this pilot's chasing me. I'm using him to help me act. So this sniper completely trusts me right now because he saw me being chased by that sniper. Ooh, the other people don't though. Okay, so they know I'm a spy. I'm gonna try to get out. Unfortunately, I was too slow to get that sniper, but because that pyro was chasing me, he completely trusted that I was actually on his team, and that would have been a really easy stab, and that's an example of acting. Oh. This soldier has a spawn wall hacks, so he saw me as a spy. He's not going to let me get into a good position, so I'm going to just try to get away from him, because I don't want to waste my dead ringer. So I'm just going to walk up like this and hope that this works. See, the pyro saw me there. I'm building trust by not looking at him right now. Okay, does Pyro not suspect anything? Okay, he doesn't. Because I disguised so fast with your eternal reward, it's totally fine.
Thanks, soldier.
So I got a medic behind me.
Let's go, Doc.
This medic just Ubered me because he thinks I'm on his team. Come on, kill him. Oh my god, this is so awkward. Well, that medic completely trusted that I was on his team because of me acting as soldier for such a long time, and just wasted his Uber, and even though I didn't get the stab, he still got totally messed up by it. So, sometimes I wasted his time because he was healing me that whole time, and I wasted his Uber, so I didn't even have to get the stab on him to effectively drop his Uber, which is even more satisfying, I think. It's super fun doing this, by the way. Like, this is definitely the most fun way of playing Spy in my opinion. Because you're just playing for the cheese, basically. You're playing to get the enemy when they don't expect you, or you're like you're betraying people. That's the best way to describe it. Is you're playing the betray spy playstyle. You totally like I've done this before in like actor to someone, and like they literally got mad at that person on the other team because they thought that that medic wasn't healing them for some reason. It was really just a spy all along, and they still believed that I was a real player. Okay, so I'm a sniper now. That medic thinks it probably knows I'm a spy or pyro. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep acting. So I'm gonna back up a little bit and see if I can build some trust. So if you're actively looking at another player, that's a dead giveaway that you're a spy. But if you're looking in the direction of your team, usually players will trust you because that's what they would be doing. That's what an actual player would be doing. So that scout has no idea. And I'm a scout now. Scout is not the best disguise again because it's usually pretty obvious when you're a spy. But I'm gonna pretend to be a scout. Look, I'm fighting my team. Don't shoot me. Ooh, that scout probably knows. Don't shoot me. I'm doing stuff. Yep. I think the person who was shooting was the scout I killed. So you have to watch out. Like, obviously, if the player that you killed comes back and sees you disguised as them, they're obviously gonna know you're a spy. So you have to just watch out for that, and because your disguise won't work at all, obviously. But sometimes it will. Like, it just depends if they actually pay attention to who you are. And so now I'm a demo. I'm still gonna do acting. I'm gonna pretend like I'm fighting. You know. And sometimes it's better to play the long game, especially with this playstyle. You wanna like, if you don't see a good stab, just don't give away your. Oh, okay. So this demo is, he's gonna die. All right. I'm sorry I have to do this to you. Okay, so I just killed him, so I'm gonna just disguise as him again because usually that's a good thing to do. Okay, so that pyro knows probably I'm a spy. I have to watch out. Oh, yeah, that happened. Anyway, I think you see kind of the play style that this does and how to do it. The best way of doing it is to look in the direction of your team, back up into your enemies, and just try to get their trust by acting like a normal teammate. And it's just really fun to do, so I'm gonna play out this match though and see if we can get a win. Oh, it's a bot. So I'm a demo. Obviously if I back up from this, well, yeah, it's not a good way of convincing anyone. So this scout knows. If this happens, if you get your dead ringer triggered just like that, it's probably just better just to run back to spawn and refill it so that you don't die for no reason. Because that's like your safety net, is having that get out of jail free card. And that's what makes this playstyle so sticky as well, because you're really hard to deal with. Like once you start getting kills and you have your dead ringer up, it's really hard for the enemy team to get rid of you. You're like a parasite, they can't get rid of you. So I'm a spy, does the NG know? Thanks medic for the crits. Medic, does he know? He doesn't know, alright. Keep healing me medic, I need healing. This medic somehow does not know. Oh, he knows now. Oh, okay. I was gonna try to trick stab him, but... I mean, you could see I'm top scoring right now. I mean, this is not edited footage, so this is... You know, playing like this is not... It works. Like, you will do well as spy if you play like this. And it's just totally different from the normal spy playstyle. So that pyro's going crazy. I'm gonna try to stay away from him. It's totally different from the normal spy playstyle, and it's really fun. And obviously, my favorite thing is, you know, baiting medics, you know, killing them, totally betraying them. That's the most fun thing about this. So, I mean, any teammate for that is, because, like I said, it's a good idea to use your teammates sometimes if they suspect that you're a spy when you're actually not, and they chase you, and then you can run them into the enemy team, you could just basically use them to build trust that you are a good player. If that made any sense. Okay. Well, no acting needed there. Sometimes if their back's just turned, they just give you the stab. But now I'm going to pretend to be the medic. Demo has no idea. The demo doesn't even see anything. And now I can just pretend to be the demo. And you get 3 stabs doing this. Okay. They all saw me do that. Obviously, if you stab someone in front of 5 people, your eternal reward doesn't disguise you fast enough to make it look like nothing happened. It does do it pretty fast, but not fast enough if you do it right in front of them. It's best when they're looking away for a second. Okay, so that medic knows I'm a spy. I'm gonna get kills anyway. Takes them too long to kill me. Alright, nice. And just like that. In cases like that, sometimes it's better just to keep going for the kill even if you know it's a spy. Because even if you know it's a spy, you can... Even if they know you're a spy, you can still get kills before the medic kills you, and then get out anyway. So, something good to do. Okay, so this is a... If I walk at him, he's gonna know I'm a spy. Okay. Obviously, I'm just trying to explain the thought process behind this and like what you should be looking to do. So that soldier probably knows I'm a spy because, yeah, it's not that obvious. I could have popped Mango there, but I didn't think it would kill me. So choosing your disguise is something again that's important. Like, what do you want to, where do you want to be disguised as? So a pyro is generally something, not a bad choice usually. You can put yourself in positions and get kills pretty reliably. Most spies, a lot of the disguises are pretty much unused. Like, no one ever disguises as a soldier. It's only ever the fast classes like Scout and other spies. Most spies don't use these slower class disguises, and that actually helps to your favor to make it more believable that you're probably a real player when you do this. So you're just trying to, you know, look convincing and you know, do what you need to do. So I'm gonna bait this medic. I got him. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I baited that medic into taking damage by disguising as the soldier, and then once he was low, I was able to finish him off with a pistol. And I could have, and if I was playing normal spy and I tried to stab him there, I probably wouldn't have gotten the kill, but because I reeled him into my team and I was able to lower his health and then finish him. You know what I mean. Alright. So that pirate probably knows I'm a spy, so I'm gonna get away from him. And I'm gonna go over here and see if I can get some trust. See, the medic trusts me, he thinks I'm on his team, and I'm just gonna betray him, because that's what spies do. When you play spy, you're not a nice person, that's just how it is. So demo knows. I still get a kill though. Spy is a heartless class. You can just do terrible things to the enemy team's mental sanity. It looks like we're gonna win. Nice. The NG beat me by 1 point, but I think you know that this is... I think you've seen enough that this is something you can do and it works. So without further ado, I think I'm gonna end this YouTube video here. And you know, if you enjoyed, I would appreciate a like, and I hope this helped you. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching.